Welcome in, everyone, and I'm going to be reading from my book, The Purpose of Life, A Brief Scientific and Magical Approach for the Zodiacal Age of Aquarius by Bridget Corns. And I wrote this book with the intention of sharing the ideas that I found on my spiritual journey that helped me. Now, when I started out on my spiritual journey, I didn't expect to find answers, but I did find answers. And so this book is the result and the distillation of all of those answers that I found and the different perspectives that helped me. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading from the book. The Purpose of Life, A Brief Scientific and Magical Approach for the Zodiacal Age of Aquarius. Introduction. What this book contains is my personal philosophy that I live by. I have discovered a lot of joy by following this path. I'm sharing this information because it is a unique perspective, and I have not seen some of the concepts conveyed in the way that I will share in these pages. I have no interest in convincing anyone of anything, nor do I suggest that I have special knowledge that is not available to everyone. I only wish to share ideas that may be meaningful to some. However, this book is not entirely personal opinion. I will use science, spiritual teachings, and references to illustrate the variety of ideas that I find beneficial. The reason that this is so brief is that I prefer to follow the KISS principle. In other words, keep it simple, silly. While I enjoy complexity as much as any other person, I find verbose, exaggerated, and overly complicated explanations to be inaccessible to a large part of the population. In the accelerated modern age, there just isn't the time to invest in a long, exhaustive academic treatise on these subjects. As minute-long videos reign supreme at this time, being able to deliver information as quickly as possible is a virtue. I use the term Aquarian Age because many believe that it will be in this age that spirituality and science will merge once again to produce a new perspective on life. The divergence of spirituality and science was necessary to detach science from religious control. However, even though such religious control is now far from a threat in the modern era, science has chosen to reject spirituality in every form, preferring atheism and creating a void in their theories. For a time, technology seemed to fill that void with cognitive psychologists comparing the human mind to a computer, and some thinking that technology itself in the form of artificial intelligence would provide the answers that purely materialistic mechanical science cannot. However, it seems that such technological answers and development has run its course, and the well is running dry once again. Artificial intelligence, if anything, is proving to be even more limited than humans. When the zodiacal age of Aquarius begins, is determined by the precession of the equinoxes. The general consensus is that we will be in the midst of the Aquarian age by 2200. Yet, there is quite a bit of debate about when it exactly begins, and if we are at the dawn of the age, as the Fifth Dimension thought in 1959 with their much mocked song Dawning of the Age of Aquarius, or if it will be a little bit after my generation is gone. However, there are some who believe that we have entered this time already. In Kabbalistic astrology, Rabbi C. Dobin makes the fascinating suggestion that a Jupiter and Saturn conjunction that happens only every 2,000 years or so marks the start of a new zodiacal age. There is a great concern over the exact date which will begin the age of Aquarius. If our ancestors were correct, it is very easy to determine the date. Remember that there is one extra Saturn-Jupiter conjunction that heralds the beginning of every new prophetic age. That conjunction, a magnificent conjunction, occurred on February 19th, 1961 at 28 degrees of Capricorn, marking the fourth conjunction in the Earth triplicity and the end of the age of Pisces. The new conjunction in 1981 on New Year's Day, almost at midnight of New Year's Eve, will be a great conjunction in Libra, marking both a change in triplicities and the arrival of the age of Aquarius. Page 31. Either way, this offering is made in the hope that it may aid the people in opening new paradigms. A word of caution, however, as I do want to suggest that you use discernment. When it comes to anything that you encounter, it is important to develop this skill. First, don't take anyone's words or ideals as the sole truth. Always compare as many sources as you can to one another. Where people express things in common, you will find a universal truth. Second, always check with your gut. If something makes you feel frightened, it probably isn't in the highest and greatest good of everyone. Such information is better left alone, as it will not contribute to a peaceful and productive state of consciousness, but brings disharmony. With that said, I ask only that you temporarily suspend your doubts while reading this book and ponder the possibilities. If your perception should change just a little bit, or by any chance you may perceive a new paradigm through which to view the world, this endeavor would not have been in vain. So that is the introduction chapter of my book, The Purpose of Life. And you can pick this up on Amazon if you want to read with me. but I intend to go ahead and share with everybody the entire book by reading this book on here. So I hope you enjoyed this. Bye for now.